Hey everyone, this is Genesis. I'm coming back to you with another video about Vcom AI. This is going to be a coding session. You can kind of see what my progress is for those who care to watch someone code for some reason. Those weirdos. So we're going to be using Trello. I've been trying to get more organized, and using Trello has really been an extremely helpful tool for me. This is something that's actually open to the public, as you can see up here, so anyone can come see this. It's on the Discord. Or you can see it up here. And so this is where things I can kind of add and take a look at, or any bugs that get reported, stuff like that. I'll be going through some of the reports. I've actually looked at some of the bug reports from Vcom AI, and a lot of them are just people not installing the mod correctly. So maybe I can do some basic stuff with that, but hey, it is what it is. So not too much here yet. I've done a couple things already at the AI movement combat. I've kind of completed this, but I need to do some testing here with a new AI combat system. What I mean is making them move more as a group together. So we have Vcom AI enabled here. This is my Ven Annex mission that I'm working on. I've disabled everything else, so it's just kind of a template right now that I can work on. And I'm going to spawn in a group. And I'm actually going to have them a pretty good distance away. And for right now, we'll do here. And that's a good. Let's see how far away that is, because there's a. Let's see. That's about what, 625 meters. Should be okay. So we're gonna go ahead and fire into the air, and I want to see how they move around. See if we run into any errors, any bugs. You can see there's gonna be a lot of debug text popping down the bottom here. Okay, so a couple things I have changed is the waypoints will be generated much quicker, and actually I think we can, although we're kind of navigating here in Trello. I've kind of changed how this works, so say waypoint check will be much quicker, allowing squads to rest a while before moving again. So I changed this so the waypoints will get generated much quicker. Did I save that? I didn't save it. You know what? That's okay. So we're going to be testing that. And actually I should probably add in a new field here we're going to call testing. And that would probably make more sense, right? And you can see Trello is really nice. We're just testing this. I know that's done. We're testing the waypoint thing right now. So we're kind of focusing on. Okay. You can kind of see this is one issue I'm running into, where they all kind of are stacking up into one point. And then this AI again is running away. So I thought this was fixed. But apparently not so much. It looks like it was just an issue with him not being able to get to the point he needed to, because there's just so many people in the way. So that's fine. And I think we ran into our first bug that I actually have to reset the mission for. You can see we're waiting for the cover to turn true, because they sit in cover, or their positions, for a little bit of time. And you can see the combat infantry brain is still going, but this needs to flip back to true. Cover to cover needs to be true before they even move again. It usually takes about 40 seconds or so. And here you go, you hit true, and then it moved. I'm wondering if it's just too long of a time for them to be sitting there not moving. I'm not quite sure. I really don't like how they all stacked up there together. Like one grenade could have killed them all. And then again, we have an issue. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows here. And it looks like this guy didn't get an arrow, which that should have been fixed. You can see each of them are stacking up where they need to be. And he's just kind of charging ahead. He's going towards perhaps the waypoint. Actually looks like he's charging towards the enemy. So Definitely not good. So what I'm going to do, we have 2 people doing that right now. Okay, so what I need to do is figure out what the heck is going on with these guys. So let me see if this guy is supposed to have a different waypoint here. And if he pauses, that means that he did have a waypoint there, but he just never reached it. He just ignored it. And I've been having some issues with that. You can tell he was supposed to go right here. And he just kind of stopped. He stopped following that order and decided to charge the enemy for some reason. So, they got new movements here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows here. And I'm wondering if there is... Okay. So we're going to open up the force move. And you can see I do a lot of testing in here. When I tell them to move somewhere, I tell them to do stop. That's in their current position. I have it sleep random time. And then it disables weapon aim to cover the target, auto target suppression, all that stuff. Tells them to not watch any target, hit this -1, and then they're supposed to move to the position they're told to move to. And even get a command move to. I'm using a lot of commands here just to see what sticks right now. This I do not like. How, I don't know, these 2 auto riflemen and marksmen seem to be going towards me. And I don't have any code that tells them to do that. So that's some vanilla behavior that is really frustrating. The rest of the AI squads are moving like they should. Towards here. Alright? But these 2 are, for some reason, deciding to charge me. And these positions are always going to be related to the waypoint. They're always going towards the waypoint, never exactly towards the enemy. So why this happens, I'm not exactly sure. So what I'm going to do is just make sure it's not the script at all. We're going to go C. So system chat C. When they're moving is going to be C. This one will be C. This one gets active. This is going to be B. This one gets active. That's going to be A. I believe that's the last one. So what we're going to do is close this out. I'm going to... See, these guys are rushing way ahead of the group. We are going to go to the... brain's not working. Functions viewer. We're going to recompile all of the mission files here, just because I'm lazy. And now if I get another group, and we'll put them here. Alright. Give them a couple seconds to get Vcom to reactivate. Okay, and then they're shoot in the air. You can see they heard that pretty quick. Oh, that's funny. They're just going to hard point this building. So you can see we have A. We have 3 A's so far. 4 A's. 5 A's. 6 A's. 7 A's. 8 A's. So that's telling me... Oh, 3, 6, so that means all of them should be going towards their point. So they all got this movement order here to go to in a position. We can count the arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. 8 there, and then yet this guy is still running. It's the auto rifleman again. So why do we think this is happening? I'm not quite sure. So he got the order. We saw there was 8 A's, but yet he's still charging. And in the position, when we see the 8 arrows, it's the debug arrows, so let's know where they're supposed to go. He's supposed to be right here, I bet you. So if I move him over here, alright, somewhere over here, I'm assuming. So his AI, he could be right there. Yep, that was his position right there. So the command is telling him to get there. But for some reason, he just doesn't. Let's take out the command move. I doubt that's the issue, but I don't think we need the command move. Okay. So we see two AI inside this building here. We have 4 of them up against that wall and 1 over here. And one of them still wanted to run. Right? So we're going to kill these guys off. And we're going to recompile and we're going to take a look again. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, we did miss one here. We'll lose system chat D for this one. I'm not quite sure why he was ignoring that position. So what we'll do, I'm probably notice if it's the FSM is also disabled, but I'm not entirely sure. What we're going to do is take a look at disable AI. This is the issue I've always had with AI, getting them to go where you want them to go. And I wonder if we need to disable auto combat. Maybe that will be part of it. Just while they're doing this. I don't like doing this. A lot of these disable commands, they seem to be pretty quick and effective. But it's never my favorite thing to do. Okay. Oh, and I just thought of another bug we need to fix. Okay. Wait. Fix. You know, I'm gonna get rid of this because the to-do also can include bugs. Let's see. Can I just get rid of this? How do I get rid of this? Add card copy list, move list. No. Archive this list. Okay. So we're gonna do movement bug / waypoint bug. So this one I'm gonna have to explain a little bit. So if an AI's pathing is disabled, do not generate waypoints. Save. That one is, I would say, not the worst bug, but it might execute code that's not needed. I'll put that on the orange or the yellow means like medium, red is more critical, green is like, if I really feel like it, I'll do that. Okay, so we have these commands here. What we're going to do is functions viewer, we're going to recompile everything. Okay, and we're going to go back into here and we're going to spawn in the same group. We'll put them right here a bit closer. Right. Then I'm going to fire into the sky. I think that was quick enough. Yep, it was. They obviously heard me in that direction. See, cover to cover is true. Just because it's true doesn't mean it always executes, because they might be checking some other routine. But it looks like if I flip to false, okay, we have 4 arrows here. Now they all should still kind of cluster. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I might have miscounted there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Okay. So they all got told to move to these 4 arrows. And I think this is something I might be able to fix. Like I can make it more. It kind of expands and checks more. But we still have a marksman. It's always the marksman or the auto rifleman that seem to always want to run away. They're not. He didn't even try to get to that position. Oh, is he coming back now? He's not. And this is, I don't fully understand the position he's going to. And we know that the script is telling him to go here, so one of these positions. Because when he gets to the right position, his character will actually halt like that. You can see he's not moving anymore. So it tells me that there's some kind of messed up interaction going on that is really getting in the way. So I think disabling the FSM will break them, but we can give it a try. I'm trying the easy solutions first. What are the easy solutions? Because we know that the waypoint is correct, or the waypoint is obviously correct, and then the position we're telling them to move to is correct. So then why are we having issues? We're going to try again. What we're going to do is we're going to go to functions viewer, we're going to recompile it all. I just recompiled it while it was running. I'm not sure how that's going to work out very well, if at all. And so, yeah, I think I kind of broke it. Okay, we're going to delete these guys. Kind of broke it. Let's, I gotta remember to delete them before we try again. Another group down. Yeah, there's only one error. This should have been all used along this path, so. Okay. So fire a couple rounds. They are aware. And they have a waypoint to move towards the tree line there. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arrows that we see visibly. So we know each of them has a unique position this time around to move to. And sometimes they do kind of wander off like this. We'll see where he's going. Okay. Maybe disabling FSM was the key after all. But he's getting inside this door here. Good. Looks like we have another AI going into the second floor here. We have, oh, nope, we have the team leader now, bolting off. And we know his position he's being told to move to is, oh wait, are we missing one actually? No, he should be inside the building somewhere. Yep, looks like he's being told to go inside the building. Perhaps. Probably actually on the corner or something like that. Trying to move him. Yep, I think that was it. So he's being told to move right there. But he just wanted to run. Okay, here they go. They're moving again. So we have 2 A's already. Rest are waiting. Rest are waiting. Okay, we've got a third one and a fourth one, fifth one, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Okay. So they all should be getting told to move. And maybe I just have to do a check where if they start moving away from the waypoint, then, or the position they're being told to move to, and this is why I've gotten really frustrated at Bohemia. Like, what is up with this? Why is he charging towards it? And the waypoint is right here. So if anything, it should be moving that direction. Why that happens with AI, I just don't know. So he looks like should be moving right here. Either there, oh maybe that was it. It's either here, and this guy didn't move. But now he's moving. So sometimes their movement stuff just really doesn't work well. Maybe he's supposed to be here. He's supposed to be here. What a weird issue. Maybe it's because I'm giving them the order too fast. You know, I'm not quite sure. What if I give them the movement position first and then set their speed back? And do we really need to do force speed? Because we do. Let's not use the force speed. Maybe the force speed's doing something really strange. Actually, let's reverse that. The force speed would be easier. We're using do stop. Well, what if we got rid of do stop? To unit force speed 0 instead. Maybe do stop is really messing with something. This, I like the combination of those. Alright. Okay. Oh. And then sometimes they move just fine. This guy is just chilling right here. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this group. You can see like a lot of this stuff with the AI is why I think it took such a long break, is just so frustrating, because I don't have access to the essentially the root of the AI. I actually went as far to see if I could make agents into my unique squads or something like that. It just didn't quite work well, obviously, because I can't aim at anything really. And I'm trying to see if they can strip away everything of the AI. If I could just get the AI and completely strip them of any AI and get complete control over them, get rid of any FSM. And I think you can do that with a mod. I think a mod, you can probably do something like that. But one of the things I try to do with Vcom is I don't want to make it a mod requirement. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's very important to me to make sure that it remains a script. So you can tell the move to cover here, and the waypoint was just completed, so we know that works. So we can go over to Trello here, and well, that was an AI movement combat, making waypoint finish within 50 meters or 75 meters, which is great. But now they should be moving to here, and I'm going to be giving them another waypoint just because I don't want to wait 2 minutes, just because they decided they want to move up into cover a little bit. And that because I gave them a waypoint, that's going to mess up their cover. Since when you give them a new waypoint, they immediately lose or move from the cover position. But you can see now they just generated a new one here. They're going to go over here and then right here. Moving right down the middle of the road, which is genius. That's okay. AI will do what AI do best. And then again, it looks like our glorious team leader is charging out in front of the pack, completely ignoring the position. Now, a part of me wonders if I repeat the do move command to them, if that will fix them. So I can't guarantee that, and I really don't want to have to repeat that. But it is something that maybe is worth looking at. So we'll create a little test one. Let's system chat A here. So each of these are different considerations. Excuse me. Each of these are different little considerations of what cover should they be using. If it's hard cover, there's only soft cover. They kind of will pick and choose between that. Fortunately, there's been plenty of hard cover in the area that we're doing, so we're just kind of focusing on that right now. So maybe I need to just repeatedly tell them. So you can see this is I spawn it out, I sleep, and then they should be moving, right? So what if I highly doubt it's a do watch object. Well, maybe this is an issue. So let's just out of curiosity comment this out, because simple fixes first. Sometimes unique codes work together in really weird ways. So who knows? Okay, you can see in this time it seemed to work just fine. What I'm going to do is, if we're going to recompile it now, that should be okay. Oh, I broke one of them. And I think maybe, yeah, part of the issue is they get there and then the waypoint doesn't get completed. Because then I have down here, excuse me, if they're within 1.5 meters, then it tells them to stop. Let's see, they got another movement order. Let's see what happens here. You can see one thing I liked is at least sticking together a lot better. And that's the whole goal. Here they go. They're leaving the building. We're working more as a group. So it looks like we have one position here, one position in the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There might be a duplicate in there somewhere as well. Oh, there's 2 in the tree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all of them have a point they need to get going to. And this rifleman is, as you can tell, just charging. These two, team leader and this rifleman, now charging down the street towards me, which is exactly not where they're being told to go. And these are the types of issues that definitely drive me a little wacky. Okay. So these guys are getting a little closer and closer. So let's... So we know it's not that do watch object null. Okay. So then maybe we do need to tell them to keep going until they reach that position. So how can we do that? Well, I'm thinking down here, as much as I don't like doing that, but down here I do a constant check of the position of the units. So what I'm going to do is really, and this is going to be, I really don't want to do this, this is going to be massive overkill. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Checks every so often. And then, you know, this is just being for testing, so this is not something I'm going to recommend ever to do in code. But I'm going to just spawn, have another spawn, which is not great. Whoops. This video is already getting close to 30 minutes. But I'm going to spawn in another thing here. This move array contains all the units and the positions they're being told to go. We already know through the arrows the positions are 100% correct. It's just AI for some reason are not listening to that. So what we're going to do is actually I think it would be more effective to do it this way. At least a little bit more efficient if I need to keep something like this. We're going to do move array spawn. I'm going to do for each X. So what I want to do is like say the next like 10 seconds force them to constantly go to that waypoint. So we'll do timer equals 10. And we'll wait until the timer is less than 1. We'll tell this function to exit. And then we'll do a sleep 1. Then after that sleep 1 timer equals timer minus 1. There's a better way to do this. Like I could just do timer equals time, like that, or server time. And then once server time is greater than timer, we'll add 10 seconds to that. And swap that around. So after 10 seconds, it'll be done. But until then, we want to tell it unit and then pause. Oh, am I gonna get shot? No. See, they are moving. So this guy right here. The penalty for not following squad is death. What we're gonna do is just tell the unit to do move, pause, unit. Yeah, do move. Let's just stick with do move for right now. Every second, it's gonna repeat it. I'll do system chat, repeat, just a test. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of this squad. This is going to be a completely brand new test. You can see this is just a lot of just testing. Oop, I made a mistake. Oh, whoops. There we go. Fortunately, I can recompile in the mission, which helps so much. And I think there actually might be a way for me to do this on the server too, but I'm going to worry about that later. So I'm going to do the same test. And then one thing, once we get this down to how I want it, then we need to test in open spaces, like a field. Then we need to test in a tree area. Do we need to test mixed, like here and here maybe? So there's a lot of different areas at the test. This is why a lot of AI stuff takes a long time, because you need to make sure it works in most situations and scenarios, because some maps are like desert, there's nothing going on. Some are pure forest. It's very important to check all these different things. So these guys are, looks like they're just going straight for me, and oh man, I am trying to rush this. I made a very silly mistake. It needs to be this. Okay. Well, that was a really good waypoint too. That's okay. I guess it can always actually just give them waypoints, huh? So Vcom AIs, you know, Zeus, a lot more control for Zeus players now. Especially with this change, it'll give Zeus players a lot more control over what they had to do. Okay. So you can see this repeat is it telling them to constantly be moving to that point. And some issues I've had with doing that like that before, it's already done. Interesting. With that before is that it kind of causes them to stutter, and some of them just not to move. This guy's playing animation. And so if we have it going for about 10 seconds or 10 ticks on the server, maybe it's good enough to force them to go to the position. Although, not for this guy. Very interesting. Or this guy. So he seems to be, marksman and team leader seems to be the ones that are most guilty of that. So, oh no, he is going, it looks like. Maybe. We're going to delete the squad. And we are going to really increase that. And we're going to go move 2. And I'm just really confused because the positions, and here's the thing, this is what I'm going to do too, just to really make sure the positions are great and not causing the issue. We're going to go Arma 3 wiki class names. I'm going to add one extra step because I'm running out of time here. This video is already reaching 30 minutes, so we're going to go to here. We're going to use this large blue arrow. What I'm going to do is have every time this runs, I'm going to have it spawn. I think the first time, I'm going to have it spawn an arrow on it. So if we're debugging, let's just really make sure that I'm not making a mistake here. So if the debug mode is on, what I need us to do for each of those units and their positions, we need to create a blue arrow just to double check to make sure that they're going to the right spot. Maybe there is something going wrong that I am just really unaware of. We'll have it be about 20 meters in the sky. And then we'll delete these after like 120 seconds is fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and compile. Because maybe the waypoint is getting messed up somehow. They're actually following all this time is some kind of weird error in how I was caching the variables. Who knows? Let's find out. So if the blue arrows are right on top where they're supposed to be going, then we know 100% that what we're doing is correct. So fire into the air, they are aware now. They're moving to cover. Okay, so we see the green arrows and we see the blue arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see any blue arrows near me. So they are being told to go exactly there. There is no confusion over where they should be going. And then I also upped the amount of this is telling them to move. Like over and over again. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Go, go, go. Stop dicking around. And maybe that was the little secret we needed. Wow, they are piling into this building. This guy's on the floor for some reason. But they're in. I'm supposed to select a random position in the building. It doesn't feel like they are. Who knows? But they made it. Those little tweaks and things are things that we'll worry about later. The most important thing is that they are moving as a group. Okay, they made it. Let's wait now. Let's see. Now if they are ignoring a do move and move to command that's being repeatedly issued to them over and over again, then definitely have a bigger issue. And I think part of this as well, let's see. Because I know, like, let's check something while they're moving. I do a check here to see if there's a building nearby, right? If the building has more than 3 positions, the final position, they select a random building position. It's the final pause. And that's what gets pushed back into the move array, I believe. Where is my move array? There's my move array. So, yep, move array, the final position gets pushed back into here. So that's correct. I'm just double checking. So they should be selecting a random building position, but I think maybe it just happens to not select too well sometimes. Alright, let's take a look. So it looks like they didn't quite go exactly where I wanted them to go. For some reason they froze here. Now they're getting told to move. And I'm thinking, that I might have done the trick. It's a really shitty workaround. It's something that I shouldn't have to do. Oh, we did get an error. Okay, we got an error. We got force move, file line 19, nearby cover, arrow 0 to visor. Interesting. So this produced an error, so select one. So if I try to select something that doesn't there, I think that means that's where you get that error. And now they're all kind of running off by themselves because of that error message. Interesting. What happens if I generate a new waypoint and then move them here? Because I have some code in there that if they haven't moved too much, to not grab new things. Maybe that's a mistake. So let me move them a little bit. So they're going, they're going, they're going. Okay, now they're getting told to move into cover in these positions. I think that's the issue. So what I'm going to be doing, because apparently it's just when I delete add, I forgot the delete app function is very, very finicky. Again, I was trying to be really optimized, but I think we just need to always check for cover. Yeah, I think so. And the return array is showing up with nothing. Okay. Or is that the issue? Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, no, that would be the issue. Okay, so let's do that, and then under the force move, if nearby cover is equal to just that, then we're done. We don't want to do anything else. And then maybe if there's no position at all, so they can find that they should just return back to their default behavior. Must be -1. Okay. So I think that's much better. So they should be constantly pushing up to this direction. So let me see. Let me see if we can generate one more waypoint. So they hit true there for a second, and they hit false. I'm seeing some move to cover, but I'm not. Oh, what is this guy doing way back here? Okay, we're from cover to hit true again, and we're gonna see what happens. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Bam, they're getting told to move up here. I just realized with this, okay, repeat command here that we have. So keep in mind that they have a sleep before they move. So I think we need to... Actually, I think that's okay. We don't want this force speed in there. But I bet you we can put at least a sleep 5 in here before we need to actually have it start to tell them to go back. It seems like sometimes this guy here, for some reason, and I think this is an issue maybe with even the animations that I have. I need to fix that. I think there's a way to grab a variable from an FSM. Is that even possible? Yeah, get FSM variable. I have never used this before, but maybe I can use that. So that'll be for the next video. Alright guys, I think this is going to sum up my work here. It's not perfect, but we're getting much closer, and I want to get this as polished as I can before I do any kind of release, right? So I'm going to go on foot now and see if you can see what it looks like from the ground, and see if I can kind of shoot these guys and see what they do, because we haven't even tested them in actual combat yet, and that's where things kind of fall apart for the AI in a pretty hard way. So I would like to see if I can actually see if they can actually engage me. I have a feeling that they're going to just ignore me completely right now. That guy, I have to fix my animations. He's playing animations, so he's not going to even bother with me. And that guy came charging through the fence. Oh, he's still alive. See, he should be shooting me. We can take a look and go, well, it looks like a lot of them didn't even move this time around. So they got told to go to a new position here. And so what this is telling me is I need to add a check, a constant check, that if a player is visible, an enemy is visible, they just need to shoot. The AI accuracy is turned way down. So it looks like when they're moving, they don't engage. Like at all. Oh, they got me. So when they're moving, yeah, there's a bug we need to fix. Okay, so let's go back to here. Add an item. When AI are moving, we need to check if they can see enemy. And if so, they need to engage. Okay. So that's something that we need to do. That's done. That's pretty good. We know that's done. So this is something we really got to focus on still. And you know, I might do the, just to get them moving a little bit more. We'll change this to, okay. So that's going to continue needing some more debug for sure. But we can probably do a simple check visibility code. And we got, what, we have like 3 minutes left. Yeah, man. Well, I can show you the code I'm thinking that might fix it. Use a can see variable, and this shouldn't be too challenging. We'd have to do a nearest enemy check. Near entities, I'm thinking. So it would be something that's kind of like this. It would be, we do can see. And we have to do I think a near entity is like 200 or something. Won't be too bad. Like, so it's like a distance thing with it. So something like this. Enemy list equals ASL. Why is it that position? AGL or position 2D? Okay, well we're just gonna do get pause unit. Do man. We'll do 200 meters. And then what we'll do is even do select. X. Oh, there's a function. I'm trying to see if I can do this really fast. So there's a function in here I'm looking for. Did I bleed out? Let me just respawn. Okay. There's a function I'm looking for in here. It's Bohemians. That is side enemy. Here we are. Side is enemy. Okay. Alright. So we're going to side A and side B. determines if side B is enemy to side A. Okay. So if side X side X and then side unit call this returns true or false. Okay. So if the enemy list is going to be any entity within 100, we'll do 200 meters, and then from that list we select if the side of the unit is an enemy from that unit, then it selects them. I believe I did that right, but I'm really rushing this. I'm not the best with select stuff. And then if so, we want to do a viz check in each. So I know the unit. Check visibility of the IPOS unit, the IPOS of X. If can C is greater than 0, then we'll do exit with, because we don't need to check the rest anymore. And then we enable all this stuff. And then I say we also, yeah. Then we do unit enable all this stuff. And then they start engaging again. So that's that check. Oh shoot. Man, I really don't, I need to learn when to stop. Okay, so I'm going to recompile this. I'm going to enable this one last time. And if this E gets any error, we're just going to call it good. This video is already way too long. You can see how long it takes just to get something that seems relatively simple to work, right? Well, if they stop, they should just shoot, or if you walk in front of them, yeah, but you have to do all this testing, and it has to be efficient. And another thing I have to fix is the animations. So where is my... Hold on. Make sure I don't have anything that show up that shouldn't show up. Okay. So we're going to have to do, we need to fix AI playing animations well in Vcom combat. And that's going to be a pretty high priority. That is definitely something to fix. Okay. So they're moving to their positions. I think sometimes why they don't move is these animations are really screwing with them, as you can see. So, did I take out the, why am I not seeing the repeat thing? Oh, did I take that out? I took that out. Okay. So you can see generally that he's going right there. Oh, yep, okay. So great. And they're moving towards me. I'm going to move towards them. Teleport in. I can see the arrows. We can see the bottom left. As soon as it says cover to cover true, then oh, they're shooting at me. Oh, whoa! Oh, why'd you there? No. Okay, we're fine. They were shooting at me pretty good there. So I still have some uncontrollable bleeding. Let's get a tourniquet, some bandaging, some wound protection. Requires stuffing. It needs some bandaging. I'll wrap it up in that. Some bandaging. Bandaging. Okay, back up. Okay, so I'm pretty close to them now. And they have yet to move again. And what I want them to do is move one more time. And they were already all set, so which is good. When they get set, they start shooting, which is exactly what you need. Oh, okay. Looks like you can see now it's a little more interesting. I'm closer. 3 here, 2 here, and 3 pushing up. That's what I'm looking for. So while they're moving, I'm going to... Okay, that seems to be working much better already. The accuracy is just really bad for testing. Ha! They finally got me. And then he starts playing animation. Look at that guy. He's trying to be cool. He's showing off. You must think you're really cool, Mr. AI. Okay. So, much better. I did notice some FPS drop there, so I'm thinking the near entities command, I am going to have to reduce that to about 100 meters and see how that goes. Okay. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.